Hey guys, Tony Ray right here again at our Backwoods Homestead, and this is going to be part 3 of our stove that we are repurposing into a kitchenette to go in our little cabin right down here. So on this video, we're going to fit this piece of wood countertop. It's going to be our countertop. Sink's going to go in here into this spot right here, and I've already got it measured. So I'm going to be cutting that and dry fitting it in. We got to take off this and this so we can get around this right here. So let me get a drink of my strawberry, pineapple, and banana smoothie. Oh man, that's good. Start off my day. So on this part 3, we're going to do some of this. I'm going to do a little painting, and I'll just show you as we go. So I'll be right back. We'll get started on this. We'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, so I've got the countertop up here, and so the way that we're going to do this comes off. This right here comes off, but we're leaving it, and we're going to make an indentation here to cut around so this countertop will fit flush right up in here, and this sticks out right here about not quite 2 feet, because there's a little refrigerator that's going to go over here, and this is going to be the countertop above it. So I'm hoping I got my measurements right. So we're going to try this, and then once this is pushed all the way back up to here and flush, as you can see, I'm going to flush it all up. We can probably drill holes and come from underneath and screw it to underneath this, because this is 3/4 and it's pine, and so I think we'll be able to do that. So I'm going to cut this and we'll see where we're at, because I've already taken this off. So I've measured from here 6.5 inches. So that will just slide right back to the back. Hopefully, we'll see. I'll be back with that. I don't really like this little jigsaw. It sometimes sways away, so I've kind of got it tightened. So I'm hoping this is going to work out. We'll see. If not, I'll cut it by hand. Okay, we'll take this over here and see if it fits. I probably should have used a better blade on that, but I think I can sand that out. All right, let's take it over there, see if it'll fit. I'll kind of sand that a little bit. Well, there's a little gap right there, but this piece goes out like this, so I had to cut it right there like that. That's not going to matter. I can actually trim that out. So let's get a closer look. So see how that fits? Now that's all one piece. So I think that's going to work. I think I got it. So I got a little gap right there. I didn't take that in consideration, but I might be able to put that piece of wood back in there. So, but that's not a big deal. We can trim this out right here. I just knocked the edges down and then rounded the corners a little bit. Right in there, I didn't account for that right there, because I should have cut and indented that, but I think I can put that piece of wood and then trim out around that. You won't ever see that. So that's kind of the way that that's fitted in there. And I'm gonna go get the sink and just kind of set it and see where that comes. So I got a little bit of sanding to do there, but I'll be back. there we go. All right, guys, we cut it. Patty measured it. And we're going to see if this thing fits into our, it looks good so far. So this is our our sink. Let's see how it looks. Perfect. Can you say perfect, sweetie?
Perfect, sweetie.
Sweetie got it. She measured it. There you go, guys. So there's the sink. Got it in and got the countertop cut, dry fitted. Let's move it over just a little. I think that's pretty much it. Got a little wiggle room. So there we go, guys. So we'll probably won't install this yet. We just wanted to dry fit it and everything, and we'll probably go ahead and stain the countertop, and then we'll just take this down to the cabin when we're ready to install the water and all that. Still got the faucet, and we got the drain. So we should have plenty of room in there to run our plumbing and everything. And so Sweetie did a good job on measuring all that. Fits perfect. So we'll be back. We got that all dry fitted, and this little piece, I didn't cut it exactly straight, so I'm going to sand this up a little bit. We're going to finish this out and use it as a cutting board till it fits perfectly over the sink. So see, we'll just have that. We'll lay that over the sink, use it as have us a little countertop. I'll sand it a little bit more and then treat it. So that'll work. So there we go, guys. So anyway, we got that in. Here's that little sink. We got it at Lowe's. I think it's 19 and a quarter by 17 something. Anyway, it's at Lowe's. I'll leave the description down below. And how much it was, I can't remember. So anyway, see, I sanded that. I'll sand it a little more. That gives us another area to chop up stuff and gives you a little counter space right there. And right there will go a refrigerator up underneath there. So the refrigerator we got just the right height to go up underneath there. And then on that will be a coffee pot or something else, and then there'll be shelves up here on the wall. Once we get it down there in the cabin, we'll be able to fill out a little bit more how it's going to look and where it's going to go in there. We know where it's going to go, but so anyway, all this was in video part 2. You saw all this. So next thing I'm getting ready to do, well, I've already done it. These things right here, so I've got to clean all that up. That's my next thing to do, and show you what I did. So I painted these, so I'm letting these dry, and then we'll put these little things right here on it. We decided to paint it instead of going with the wood grain because it matches the black trim on the stove. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to let this stuff dry, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm letting this stuff dry. It looks like it might rain on us. I got my little canopy up. So this is part 3, the first day. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and call it a day. And we'll start back tomorrow, and I'll get these little things on. And then we still got to work on the oven door. And then now I got to work on the inside of these. You can see needs a little work here, so I'll work on that, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Next day, part 3. Picked up where we left off. Kind of moved this up under the canopy because it was weather was getting bad. It was going to rain, and I need to finish up this painting. This is all dry now, so I'm going to do another coat. So today I thought we would get another coat on this up here, and get a coat right in here. And I'm thinking about painting this right here green, just to make it look better. We're not trying to keep this original, so we just want to make it look good for when we put it in the cabin. So I'm going to go get the also go get the countertop. We're going to get that stained today too. So I'll be back with that, and then we'll try to get all that done. So the wind's blowing a little bit, so I kind of got the camera moved a little bit further away. So I'm going to do another light coat on this up top right here, so you can see it really matches well. It's a little bit, just a little bit different, but not too much. Hard to find this color. So I got to be real careful with this because the wind's blowing, but I got to get this done. So I've got this countertop wiped down and I've sanded it. It was pre-sanded anyway, but we're going to be using this cherry, and it's Minwax, and it's called it's Cherry 235. You can get that at Lowe's or Home Depot. We use that in our studio, and we're going to be using that on the trim also in the cabin to match. Now I normally would put this on one of those foam brushes. I can't find them. I had some. I don't know what I did with them. So I'm going to put it on with a brush, and then I'll come back and wipe it down with a rag. It's going to really stain up nice. Probably put a couple coats on it to bring the wood out. This is pine, so it does stain really good. It's a soft wood, so it stains really well. Okay, so let that sit a little bit and sink in and soak, and I'll come back with my rag and just tidy up the places where it might be a little much. I'm going to put 2 coats on this, so that's a pretty color. So I'll be back. All right, so let's let this dry, and we'll come back with the next thing. See you in a minute. All right, guys, I don't know how good you're gonna be able to see this. So I've taped off most of this and scraped it and cleaned it, kind of roughed it up a little bit with some 220 sandpaper, and I'm gonna paint that. Okay guys, while that paint over there is drying, it's going to take a couple of hours. I'm going to go ahead and stain this little butcher block. This was the piece that we cut out. It's not perfectly square, but it's okay. I've rounded the edges and I've sanded it. And so we'll go ahead and stain that. Okay guys, while I'm letting that paint dry over there, so went ahead and stained. This is going to cover the sink, you know, there was our cutout. We'll use that as a little chopping block or whatever. So I got the top stain, looks really good. And we're gonna let that dry overnight. I'm gonna set it in the shed, and then I may come back in just a little bit, but it's gonna be an hour or so. So I'll stop this when I can, and then I will come back and put another coat and let this set overnight. So that's probably all I'm gonna be able to do today, because I gotta let that paint dry before I put on those little things at the bottom. I guess I'm gonna have to end this video, part 3. It's gonna rain, storms coming through Nashville here tonight, so I've got to break some of this down. So anyway, you saw what we got done on 3. We got a lot done actually, and we'll come back. I'll have to sand some of this a little bit, but we'll paint and touch up and do that. And we'll probably take this down in part 4. We'll take it down to the cabin and install the sink, the faucet. Patty's ordered that, and the countertop and everything. So as you can see, got some other things to do with some paint. So I'm gonna have to secure all this tonight, because it's gonna come some bad storms coming in tonight. So anyway, thanks for joining us right here at our Backwoods Homestead. And this is Tony Ray and Patty. Thanks for joining us as always. And thank you guys for subscribing and supporting our channel. We really appreciate it. We'll see you on part 4. Thanks.